So right now I am in the middle of what I'm calling a hard reset. A hard reset. We need to push the pause button, reset, and try it again. Because I wanted to challenge myself, I wanted to give myself some momentum going into the next month, going into spring, going into March. I was really detailed about the plan and the systems and the things. I was very clear about what I want to do for 2026. And while I am thankful and proud of myself for the things that I have accomplished, I definitely fell off in a lot of the areas that I am working to change and get better and to grow in. I think it's normal. I think it happens. I don't want to say inevitable, but I think that it's very, very common and it's understandable to fall off and to kind of, once the year is settled in and the hype of the holidays and the New Year's dies down, like maintaining that commitment to the change and maintaining those habits and those things that you said you were going to do when you had all that excitement of the new year and you were maintaining that energy and maintaining that mindset and that mind frame the entire year is hard. And sometimes you fall off rather quickly. I'm talking to myself. And at first I didn't even want to say like I'm falling off. But for lack of better words, right? And I also think that it's common and it's normal. And so let me tell you what the hard reset is for me. Self a challenge for 7 days, Monday to Sunday. I want to be ultra intentional with my habits and tracking my time and the things that I do with my time every day. So the first thing is I made a visual. All of the things that I want to do for this week, I gave those tasks a time slot. So for example, areas that I wanted to focus in on for this reset were my devotion and prayer, workout, planning my meals, practice filming, legs up the wall, which is a nervous system gem, core restore, and drinking lots of water. And so I put all of those tasks on a chart for 7 days, Monday to Sunday. I gave each task a time slot in the day. For example, devotion and prayer, 5 a.m. Practice filming core restore, 4:45 p.m. Workout, 6:35 p.m. Legs up the wall, 8:30 p.m. And then in that same chart, and I'm going to show it to you guys, I listed the things that I'm going to eat for the day. Of course, everything that I do is kind of planned and depending on my koi joy, but for the most part, I am going to make it my business to stick to this plan for the hard reset. So, really quick, let's talk about how the reset went. I learned 4 things about myself, about my time, about how I want to move forward for the month of March and beyond when it comes to being intentional about my daily habits and how I spend my time. The first thing I'll say, overall, the challenge was difficult. It was very challenging to stick to having everything in a specific time slot and trying to do so many things in a day. I won't be doing that again. Number one, no time slots. Koi joy is priority, and I have to make sure that in my time in my day really does revolve around her and her schedule and making sure that she has everything that she needs. So giving everything a time slot, while at the beginning of the at the beginning of the week it was nice and I really forced myself to stick to it, but realistically I have a daughter. She's 6 months old, and my time really has to revolve around her and her schedule. The next thing is 3 tasks, no more. I tried to give myself like five or six tasks a day to complete, and that was just unrealistic for me. Having a little baby and a full-time job and my classes that I teach in my week. So having 6 tasks a day just just wasn't realistic for me. And I now know 3 tasks, no more than that, in the day. The next thing is my meals. Caring for meals and food is going to be the most important, because if I don't plan and prep for the meals, I get into a space of, okay, well, I'm hungry, I don't have anything prepped, I need to eat, so let's just quickly grab something. And yeah, prep the meals ahead of time. The more I prep, the more food that I can have already ready to go during the day, the less I have to think about what I'm going to eat and everything like that. And it just makes it easier. I definitely need to prepare my meals. And then the last thing is that morning time that I was able to get in my morning routine. Everything just flowed better during the day. Koi is still sleeping. I know I do need to be up and getting ready for the day. When I'm able to get that quiet time in, that prayer time, that devotional time, it was so much better for me during the day. So yeah, this hard reset was a hard reset. It was very challenging for me to stick to everything that I wanted to stick to, but I have a heightened level of awareness, and I know what I need to do moving forward. So I'm going to continue to challenge myself. I'm going to continue to try to be very intentional now with new insight and new information and new experience. So we'll see how the month of March goes. I definitely will let you guys know. But yeah, I did get a lot of things done, but it was hard. It was definitely challenging to try to stick to this plan, especially with all the things that I have going on. And I'm not trying to like make excuses. I'm being honest. I'm being open about my experience and what I've learned and how I want to move going forward. So we'll see how next month goes. I'll definitely let you guys know.